Is this thing working? All right. Suncor on the TSX, Toronto Stock Exchange. Stan Weinstein. Let's do it. This one has been jig-jagging all over this 30 moving average. And right now it doesn't seem like much, but what I want to show you is what caught my attention was the 10-year chart, monthly candles. And I think it's breaking out right now on the monthly candle chart right here. So if we have a close above 46, 46.25, the monthly candle chart, that's a nice base. So if we're breaking out of that, we know we have the steam. So if the Stan Weinstein could be in harmony and we have a breakout Stan Weinstein, let's check it out. Okay, here's the monthly candle breakout line. We're above it. But there was some noise here. You see here that noise? And let's say you're on the weekly, and then you let's go back here. Let's just... This is my noise concept, noise reduction concept of the noise reduction properties of the monthly candles. And we'll get an example right here. Let's say I'm right here. I'm saying, this is a continuation breakout. Let's say I would have had an original breakout right here for this candle. Right here. Okay, let's make it a horizontal. There, right here. So let's say I would have said, okay, here's my breakout line. Here's a breakout candle right here. Even though I don't have the volume, so Stan's system was pretty good on that. This candle right here doesn't have twice the volume of the previous 4 to 5 weeks. And the RSI, okay, it's not the Mansfield, so it's just a simple RSI for the underlying instrument. But it's still going upwards at that moment. So that's a plus. That's a plus. Above the 30-week moving average, above the trend line, that's another plus. Okay, you would not have entered because you didn't have the volume. Sorry, you didn't have the volume here, so you wouldn't have entered. You would have said, okay, I'm going to wait. And here you think, okay, it pulls back. Here you have it. I have my breakout here. I'm above the resistance. I'm above my support. There's no cloud on top. This is a perfect play. Hold on. Okay, but we don't have the volume again. So Stan's criteria for that confirmation, you don't have it, so we would not have been in. Stan has a provision for that. That's cool. It helped in this case. If you would have been not checked the higher prevailing trend, you could have said, and you could have said, there's enough volume, or let's go check with the monthly chart. So you see that? It's the wick. That breakout above that line on the weekly is actually noise right here. And that is why you have to respect the monthly candle close before entering even on the weekly or on the smaller time frames. The monthly is the more powerful one, and the market says, refute. You were here during the week. Yeah, you got a close. Yeah, some people, a close is a close. But for the monthly candle close, the weekly close is noise. The daily close is noise. And the price action just sucked back in. And that doesn't mean that it won't eventually go out. It just means it wasn't time. So 1 month, 2 months. And this goes back deep in, right? And this is where you get land on emotional landmines. You move your sell stops. You hit your sell stops. And you just say, I hate this company and whatever. So that's why it's important to look at the monthly candle close before even entering on a on a weekly candle play. Honestly, the best would be just to, even if it's Stan Weinstein breakouts on weekly candles, play the last candle of the month. If the last weekly candle is a breakout on a Stan, and the monthly encompassing candle is a breakout also, bam! Look at that. Like, wait for that. And you could play on weekly breakouts also, but on the condition that the previous month's candle had closed above the breakout line, so it was already in breakout mode on the monthly chart, and then you're just waiting for maybe a weekly candle to break out. So that's how you put harmony, or use the harmony of those time frames together to create a higher probable successful trade. Look at that, how it went back down in. If you would have put your sell stop even here, you would have had it to put it super low to be able to survive. And I'm not sure emotionally traders would have been triggered out here on the crossing of the 30-week moving average. And even investors, you could have said, whoa, what the hell's happening here? And you could have landed on the landmine and just moved up your sell stop. Just nasty. So what do we have today for Suncor? We have we have the monthly, remember? We had the monthly candle, which is going to close in a few weeks, in 2 weeks. And here we have the breakout candle that did close above the breakout line on the weekly. The breakout line on the weekly is right here. Different time frames have different breakout lines, but the breakout lines have more value on the higher time frames. See, that's noise on the monthly, but on the weekly, this is not noise. The noise is the wicks on top of and those wicks on the daily, it's the daily action and daily closes in there. So right now, the breakout level was 47.50 on the weekly candle chart, and we're above it right now. It closed above breakout. How does that RSI look like? My non-man field indicator going over the halfway point upwards. I love it. Now here's where it gets tricky. It's not twice the volume of the previous 4 to 5 weeks. What's that level? Here. 12 million. What's that level here? Hey. $12 million, 18 million about. So that's more like 50%, not 100%. What do we do now? Well, what we do now is wait. We wait for the monthly close, and let me get back to it. I want that monthly close to stay above 46 level, and ideally above that 47.50 level for that weekly close, above that breakout line on the weekly close. And I think after that, full steam ahead. Hopefully we get a candle with a higher volume on those next weeks. Where are they going to be? Let's go back. And it's good to go back and forth and not stay in one universe of a time frame. Go back, observe, and all these things like my observations. And after that, once you observe what you do, then you see if that applies to other charts. And usually, chart is not a science. It rarely applies to all charts, but certain charts, or let's say percentage of charts, will have that same behavior that you of your observations over and over and over again. It's humans, right, that are buying and selling these stocks. And humans, we have pretty much the same psychology, and that's all it is. This is actually a blueprint of, it is supply and demand, but it's also a supply and demand expressed through humans, the psychology of a human. So it's kind of neat, right? This seems to be binary, but the erratic movement of buying, selling, all these fluctuations is it's like a mix of actual supply and demand of humans, greed, fear, anticipation, projection, deception, all mixed in one big nutshell, man. That's like crazy, right? How the hell do you want to try to figure that out? I love talking about it, but I've decided not to venture too deep in that. Just the price action. Understand that it's humans doing it, and if it really be a correlation with the fundamentals, X stock has a price to earning of that, then the line would be way more linear than this wavy stuff, man. This is just humans biorhythm, ups and down days. The CEO of a company, he got in a fight with his wife before going to work. And then after that, he doesn't buy as much stocks as he wanted that day. I don't know. Whole bunch of reasons humans do stupid stuff. And it's all represented here. So yeah, I don't mind going in a little later into this. And just wait a few weeks. So we're going to have 2 more candles. Maybe it's going to zigzag here. Maybe it's going to go here. I'm not going to get scared into, I don't want to get in if it's 50. My reward's going to be too low. I do not care. I'm going to set my sell stop where I have to set my sell stop. Be below here. And if I have to enter at 50, at 52, then I'll enter those levels. I have no problem with that. I just want to make sure that I'm on the good trend and the trend is set, locked in, solid. I want to try to increase my probabilities of being successful in my trades and not just jump the gun. I don't want to lose on potential profit, or I didn't maximize the trade. I used to do that, and the more I think about it, the less and less it makes sense. Look, there's always occasions to add on, so you get in even if you don't have the optimal super huge position size that you wanted to. You let the trade do its trade, and when it's giving you signals that it pulls back on low volume, then you know that after it bounces off the resistance or an important level, then you add more slowly but surely. You wait for consolidation patterns along the way, like you've seen on all the other Secretwars episodes. Stan has a provision for consolidations and then continuation breakouts, and then you add on there. And after that, if you want to risk some more of your NAV, then you look for other stage 2s that are breaking out and stage 4s breaking down, and that's how you do it. Simple as that. Keep your position size super duper low and add super duper low position size along the way. And like that, over time, you'll be good. Don't Hail Mary it. You won't be able to sleep at night. Small steps, and you'll get there, just like a little boy does. All right, guys, that's enough. See ya, Suncor. Stage 2. Ciao.